This is Abby Anderson here at the Wayne Manor. It's been called. Um,
It is a Manor.
yeah,
It's classic as hell in
Wayne's Manor.
here. I
Abby,
love it.
thank you for joining me on this
Thanks for
song.
having me.
So the story behind Lonely Might is I posted a IG reel and asked everybody who should feature on this, and I had like 8 ads of Abby Anderson, Abby Anderson. So I hit up Abby, and she was so sweet enough to join me on the
Well,
song.
it's a good song.
Yes.
Thank you for thinking of me.
It's a song that has been, I guess I wrote that probably 3 years ago now. And yeah, it just kind of came back up in the fold after a show. And I really wanted to finish this Bourbon Neat record with it. So thank you, Abby, for
Hell
joining.
yeah. Thank you. How many songs on Bourbon Neat?
So there's 5 songs on Bourbon Neat, and it's been a collective of probably almost 2 years.
Damn.
Yeah, 2020 was kind of got erased, I feel like, for all of us. So
Yeah.
it's taking a little time. But Bourbon Neat was something I wanted to finish. I finished Coffee Black over the summer, and this was kind of the brother or sister EP to it, Bourbon Neat.
Love it.
And I wanted to finish these EPs before going into this next phase. So
Yeah.
hence the December release, and just wanting to put a bow on it and just really enjoy it.
So I have a, what's the math? 20% stake in Bourbon Neat.
You've got stock.
I have 20% stock, bitch.
Abby, when I sent you the song "Lonely Night," what was your first reaction?
I freaking loved it.
What did you love
I
about
absolutely loved the chorus. The chorus is a jam. And like the melody, where you took the melody. I've heard you sing this song before live at like the listening room, whatever, with like you, Josh, the crew. And I'm glad you're finally cutting it.
And you write songs. How often do you write songs a week in a kind of writing season?
In a writing season, every single day.
Yeah, exactly.
5 days a week.
After
So how do you decide like what's a Nick Wayne song?
It's almost, as you know, it's like you just know that day. You know, it's like very rarely do I go into a write and write for me. I let the room kind of decide. I'm never a person that goes in and says, "Hey, this is for me. I'm writing this." Like sometimes I have gone into rooms and I've taken something in that is for me that I never said, and then I realize, oh, we're writing for someone else. You know, we don't get huge briefs when we're going into writes, as you know.
Right.
You know, and I'm not great at doing my homework because it's a day job. I'm going to be doing it every day.
Tell us who produced it.
So this is a funny story as well. It's kind of a long thing. I went into a session 2 years ago with it whenever I did Till the Wine's All Gone on Bourbon Neat. And we tracked guitar, bass, and drums. Me and my buddy Josh, and then most of my live band, and then Mark Trussell and Evan Hutchins. We tracked bass, drums, guitar then, and then I brought those stems home, hung on to them for a while, and then I took them over to my friend Johnny Dibb, and we finished that record together. He's actually mixed it, which is very impressive. So it's kind of a long, drawn-out process, you know.
Yeah.
I think that's what's fun about making records. Is there's certainly a traditional way, but there's not a right or wrong way. You know, it just comes. You know, it's like independent artists. You have decisions to make on how long do you want to work on something. When do you call it? When is it good enough to put out to get the wheels rolling? And keep the wheels rolling.
How do you not overthink it in the process?
Absolutely. Too? Well, and that's my nature is overthinking. But throughout my career, I've gotten better at letting go, saying it's
Pisces
done.
in us,
It's
Nick.
done. Yeah, exactly.
It's the Pisces in it.
When's your birthday?
March 10th. We're swimming in feelings. We're swimming in it.
Are we doing a little weekend birthday trip?
Hell yeah.
Should we?
We can talk about our feelings. We can drink about our feelings.
And
they can haphazardly listen.
We'll have them on our show.
Exactly.
Maybe.
It's the Pisces show.
Yeah.
And it's always the Pisces show.
I'm sure we're off track.
We probably are. Did you always know that Lonely Might was going to be a duet?
No, I never had the idea until probably Hannah said something, and I was like, oh my gosh, it makes total sense. And you know, like, I'm not the one that thinks about songs as like, oh, I don't put he or she in the song just so it can be, you know, any one song.
Right.
It just happened to be that way on that song, which was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was perfect And then as soon as I kind of thought of it and imagined it that way, I couldn't hear it any other way. So yeah, it was perfect.
I'm glad it's a duet.
Yeah, come on.
Shoot.
I'm glad. Abby Anderson, everybody.
I'm gonna ride this train, man.
Oh, you're stirring your drink counterclockwise motion. The blue and the neon matches your emotions. Got a devil on your shoulder tonight. He's racking up a tab, getting even with my soul. Just tell me what you're drinking, and I'll tell you what I'm thinking. Two wrongs don't make a right, but baby, lonely mixed with lonely mind.
So we're gonna make a smoked old fashioned, the old school way, granulated sugar, bitters straight into the glass, very New Orleans style. Half teaspoon of sugar. We're gonna do 3 dashes of classic bitters. Don't hold back on those. Mix that up. Add our ice. 2 ounces of whiskey or bourbon. And we're gonna stir for a minute. Let it glue together. And drink. Cheers.